What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Live in the Tank with Keith Dale and Aaron Harrison. Sitting down here at Energy Zone Fitness, and what a day it's been, man. What a week. But before we get into that, we're talking Work Wednesday, guys. And like I said earlier today, we have to set our standards higher than our own expectations. A lot of times in our mind, we get comfortable or we settle or we think that we're doing just enough because we either got enough money to pay our bills or we're happy each day. However, what I've learned in life is that that's not always just enough, right? And I do talk to people that say, I just want enough money to pay my bills. And I know that that sounds good, but what's left for you? Nothing. Same thing with your goals, right? I just want this, I just want that. But I want people to start thinking that you come from abundance and prosperity, and the work is up to you. The accountability is up to you. And I've been on this journey, of self-development and really working on myself. I used to be a very selfish, self-centered individual. You probably didn't see it because I didn't really display it that way. But the way I thought was what's in it for me. And that was a very sad place. But again, I was able to cover it with money and success and, and attention. And it was all external. The internal part was really the part that I struggled the most with. And obviously, I put the Lord in the middle of everything I do, and so I had to let all that go, and I needed to do some work on myself, and I started doing that. And now with technology nowadays, man, I can jump into all kind of YouTube videos. I can jump into dead people's philosophies and learn a lot, and that's the power of this. So, Corey, what's going on? Aaron, welcome to the tank. Sierra, what's up? Tammy, what's up? So we wait for Keith to get on here. Christine, what's going on, girl? Good to see you. I know you saw some of our teammates on stage this weekend. How incredible was that? Ronald's transformation, insane. 40 pounds to get on stage. It was nuts. But the thing about him is that his standard was that he was going to be where he was at 203. And I told him, I said, well, you guys set a bigger goal. I said, you're going to get on stage. And he was like, no, I'm not. And I said, yes, you are. And you're going to push yourself to get on stage. And he did it. He dropped down to, I think it was 165 pounds or 170 pounds. I don't even know what it was, man. And abs, got ridiculous, got a trophy. And I told him that this was the biggest thing he could possibly do for not only himself, but now for his family and those who follow and love him. So what up, Michelle? What's going on, Becky? Hey, Becky, we got to talk. It's been a while. So Christine talks about when you have a great internal, it releases and shows on the outside. And that's the message. And as we start to set our standards, a lot of times we don't set them high enough, right? We set them just enough. I know a lot of us are familiar with the analogy. If you set your target to make 100 grand and only make 50, right? How happy really are you? But if you set your goal to make $1 million and you make $500,000, it's a big difference, right? Or you make $250,000, it's still a big difference. So set your standards higher than your expectations and your belief, and you have to work on yourself. Yeah, Christine, they look incredible. Even Kara, right? And this is her second show, and she's never done it in her life. And I tell you, when I first started competing and getting on stage, it was the most uncomfortable thing in the world. But you know what? It was a perfect example of ultimate health, right? And so if we're going to be that example, then let's show it up and let's do it. But it took a lot of work, my gosh, and discipline and mindset and so many things. And so, yeah, high standards equals high reward. And I think a lot of times we forget the fact that we can readjust. Right? We can adjust and readjust. And that was one of the lessons that my dad taught me. He says, you know what, son, if I teach you anything about life, it's adjust, readjust, and adjust again. And when you get that, son, you'll understand how it's all about. And I think about that. And that's our right. Our right is to be able to change and to adjust and readjust in life, and that nothing ever is in stone. Right? It's not in stone. You can change and adjust however you want. And yes, Aaron, shoot for the moon. At least or at least you'll land on the stars, and amongst the stars. And I love that. And that's my favorite saying from Les Brown, outside of Be Hungry, and all that good stuff. So yeah, man, high standards. I actually just had a great conversation with a young lady this morning, who has really been following me. And she was saying, I didn't know you was involved in everything you were involved in. You don't really go out there and sell it. And I said, I don't have to, right? I don't have to. I become it. And I live my life the way I live my life. And people will come into our lives as we start to attract that. And I do believe in the law of attraction, but I also believe in a faithful spiritual connection. And I've been very grounded by that. And I think through my journey and the things that I've learned along the way has taught me a lot about vulnerability and people's permission. And I think being a permission bearer and allowing people the permission to be themselves without judgment, including themselves, right? We judge ourselves really, really bad most of the time. And we set expectations out of the boundaries of what we've been grown into to be developed into, right? And it's really in comparison to others. And so as we get into that and connecting with people, the most genuine relationships you're going to really find in people's lives is the people that are real. I had a guy tell me today, he's like, dude, you have a power. And I said, what do you mean? And he goes, people just, I don't know, dude, like they love you. And I said, well, I think it's because I love myself and I forgive myself and I allowed myself to be vulnerable and that I'm not perfect. I'm always in a state of adjustment. And I'm willing to share that with the world, and I'm collecting stories that I can share with other people. And I think now that I've really embraced this profession of network marketing, I'm finding that we've been born to be this way, right? We've been referring things for our whole lives, but we feel weird when we're actually being compensated or we feel like we're doing something to people. And so just change that story and say, I'm doing something for people and I'm living in a referral world, because I think word of mouth marketing is the best thing in the world. And so if someone wants to have a nice piece of pizza, right, you're going to refer the best place that you've ever been to. So it goes with mindset as well. Kara, what's up? Speaking of the superstar, what's up, girl? Christine says, we ate the judge and the jury. I don't know what you're talking about, Christine. We ate the judge, the jury, and the defendant and the lawyer of our life. Yeah, I get what you're saying, right? We are it. And I was telling this other young lady yesterday that the physiology of the body is exactly the same in fear and in excitement. It's just a story that we attach to it, right? So if we can look at things that we're fearful about, we can now shift that like that. As soon as we change our mind and say, well, what could I be excited about this moment? What can I learn from it? Yes, we are. Okay, we are the judge, the jury, the defendant, and the lawyer of our life. Absolutely. What's up, Kathy? We got to talk, girl. It's been a while. I know you're super busy with everything with the fam. Trevor, what's going on? Alexis, what up, Lex? Yes, adjust the thermostat, readjust the thermostat. Yeah, I think that's the thing, too, is that we understand that we don't want to be thermometers, right? We want to be thermostats. We want to be able to set the temperature. We want to be able to set the things that we want in life. And to get back to what I was saying about Work Wednesday, that's what this is. Right? We always must keep attention on what we're working on, being intentional and really being focused on it. And I don't know why Keith can't get on here. I did tag him, but if he don't get on here soon, we're gonna end it in a couple minutes. Just to give you a little threat, Keith. Get on here, boy. Yeah, right, Aaron. That's awesome. Lex, what up? What up? What up? Yeah. Hey, listen. Thank you for bringing it. You know, our team call the other week was incredible when you did the training. And I think your clarity on what you want out of your life is so profound, and it's reflecting now with building your business. And instead of attaching things to stories, we should connect things to stories. Yes, but in a good way, and change them. And that's it, right? We just adjust and readjust, man, going back to it. But we have to work on that, because sometimes we don't have a full bucket. Sometimes we're working on empty energy, and we expect that we're going to be able to drive across country, and it doesn't work that way, right? Everything needs fuel, and that includes in belief, includes in faith, and you're going to get beat up. And the test, as I was talking about this morning on my video, is the plateau, right? That's the final. Right? Remember back when we were in school, we had that final, and if we were prepared, we knocked it out. If we weren't, we were scared as all hell, right? And we were like, oh my gosh, I hope I get this right. And so in life, the plateaus are those final tests, right? And they're not there to break you. They're there to teach you and to see how well you're doing. And those are measurement tools. Those are gauges. Those are things that are going to allow us to see how well we're doing and if we're actually ready to go to the next level. So challenges are just that. But if you don't work on yourself, and if you don't prepare yourself to be able to be resilient and to be strong and to be diligent on the journey that you want in life, then you know what? You're going to end up taking that test again. It's going to show up. It's going to show up every single time until you pass it, and then you can move on. And Christine also says, but if you have the right people in your life, they can help fill the empty buckets. Absolutely. Absolutely. I went to my buddy's house last night, or yesterday, for lunch, because I see that he was a little low. And I love how Zach Slobin said it. He goes, listen, if you want people to succeed, know the color of the carpets in their living room. And that was so profound. You guys remember that when Zach said that? Know the carpets in their living room. And I love it about our business is that we don't have to find a lot of people. We just have to connect with the right people. And when we connect with the right people and you have a lot of people doing a little bit, that's how this thing grows. And that's called life. And how amazing is that we actually can build a legacy with this. And Aaron says, your message of connection has been super clear this week for me, and everywhere I've turned, I've seen and heard the word connection. And that's how this thing works, man. None of this is scripted. I'm just talking from my heart and the things that I'm experiencing and being real. And the more real we can get with ourselves and with others, watch the clarity that comes. Watch the opportunities that's developed, man. And it's insane. It's absolutely insane. And so I'm going to end it with this, guys. Be diligent in your process of becoming a better version of you, because your standards have been set higher than your expectations. And find the resources of people around you that you can connect with, that you can learn from, that you can grow with, and continue to plant those seeds and be fruitful for others. Because I'm telling you, there's people out there starving, man. And they're really looking for a better way, but they're also looking for better people to connect with that will grow them, that will help them to see the clearer self. And it's been a lot of work, a lot of fun this week, guys. So for all those that will see this on replay, we thank you guys. Those who chimed in today, we thank you guys. Those who will see this on replay, and the hundreds of thousands that will see this as well all over the world, we thank you. You are the heartbeat. And Keith jumps on here now as I'm getting ready to end this. I'm gonna bring it in there real quick because I know he got something to say. But Keith, you late. 12:15, you're still late, but we're gonna get you in here because I want to hear what you got to say, man. What's your message today? If you can get on here, bro. I don't know why it's not letting me. Yeah,
my phone was locked up.
You golfing, dude?
We out here riding.
Yo, I didn't get a call. What's good?
Yeah, you ain't get a call. It's 8:30 in the morning. You're in the gym.
All right, so what's the message, dude? I'm always in the gym. But what's the message, dude? I'm talking connection. I'm talking set your standards higher than your expectations. And this has been an amazing week, bro. This is wow.
This is what we train for. And I'll leave you with this. If you fall in love with certainty, and because of that, seek answers too quick before you allow the universe to shake things out, you'll always be let down. And that's the important message today. So the next time you want to ask,
say that again, because that was profound, bro. Say it again.
If you fall in love with certainty and ask questions too soon, before you let the universe shake things out, you'll always be let down. So the next time you want to ask a question just to take a temperature, remember you're a thermostat, not a thermometer. Continue to let your energy rise and let things come to you.
That's it, bro. That's it, man. That's it. And that is the message. And so go ahead, Keith, take us out, man. I was taking us out, but now you're going to take us out from the course, bro.
I know. So for everybody that showed up today, even longer than I did, the likes, the loves, the comments, that's a heartbeat and the breath, the broadcast, and for the hundreds of thousands of people that are going to see this on replay, get outside, enjoy this day. Even though suffering in silence, remember that there's always a way. If there's a will, there's a way. And we'll see you tomorrow on In the Tank Live, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time with Aaron Harrison and Keith Theo.
Peace.